to Culturally Vocal.
Welcome to another episode of Culturally Vocal. In this episode, we are exploring what it's like to grow up in the United Arab Emirates.
In this diverse country where cultures collide and blend, young people navigate a unique path to adulthood, from school to university life, career aspirations to community connections. So, we will delve into the experiences that shape the identity of the UAE.
So join us for stories, conversations, and insights into life in the UAE. Whether you're a local or curious about this dynamic nation, come along as we explore what it means to grow up in the UAE on Culturally Vocal.
So, guys, how was your experience attending schools in the UAE?
Okay, so basically, for me, I was actually in a British curriculum school, and for me it was pretty good. Like I had like diverse people in my school. Basically, like there was a lot of Arabs and there was a lot of Egyptians, since I'm Egyptian. And it was good. Like I felt like there is a family, there is a home. And like I had, like, there was Indians as well, so I was like pretty much like I felt at home. We all knew each other. Like we didn't have that much hard time to, for me, like I didn't find that much hard time to navigate some difficulties and like entering, because this was my very first school. I have been in this school in my entire life, since kindergarten to grade 12. So I felt like it's like home, and I didn't feel like I want to go to a different school before. I didn't try this at all. But like, it felt like really at home. Like, and my friends, and I usually waited to come and see them, and like the activities we had in school, and like the projects, everything. Like, and we usually had, like, in classes, we usually had like groups sitting together in each bench. That's where we the teachers wanted to make us like have more relationships. So like I didn't find it hard, and they were really good and cute locals as well. Like, and we had all of us like a big friendship bond.
Yeah, same experience for me. Like, I grew up in an Indian school. So, from kindergarten to grade 8, I was in an Indian school. And there as well, there is not only like Indian students, there are people from multiple different countries and culture. For example, my best friend, like my group of friends, was Iranians. Indonesian as well, and some from Pakistan, and even from India, and all of us were so different, but at the same time, like we were able to come together and, have amazing friendships along the way. And in terms of like studies, like Indian curriculum was definitely hard for me, especially since like at that point in my life, I didn't really take education so seriously. Um, so when it came to my last year of middle school, I was asking my parents to help me shift to an American curriculum because I heard that it was much easier. And when I went there, I definitely had a shock in like the difference in culture in the classroom itself. Like, for example, when I was in my Indian school, everyone treated each other like family. So we were all one unit, like the class, we were all one unit. But then when I went to an American curriculum in this American school, literally every single girl is like up for themselves. Like they don't have this unity and like family type of mentality. So like if, for example, you get caught doing something, they would immediately point fingers, which would never happen in my Indian school, which I found very, very interesting. Uh, but at the same time, like I made lifelong friends in that school. Like we got there at the end, even if it took many years to reach that point. And for studies, like definitely American school system is easier in my opinion compared to the Indian curriculum. Um, and but obviously when I changed curriculums, I faced difficulties in the beginning, and I did not do well in my first year. But then as the years go on, because of how competitive everyone is in my school, I actually, became better in studying the American system. What about you, Rania? How was it for you?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I feel like it's different than you guys because, as you know, I studied for 10 years back in India. And even there, I shifted schools 4 times. And then I came here in my grade 11 and I attended an Indian curriculum school here too. But initially, I found it really difficult to adjust to the sudden transition, the sudden move, because I was, used to my life back in India, back in Kerala, my schools, and there in my schools, it was all the students were from the same place, and then they were all Malayalis and Keralites. So we all, we used to have that. How do I say? Just like how you guys mentioned the connections and bonds, it was different since we all connected through our language itself. So although our school was it was compulsory for us to speak in English. We still, Malayalam was one way we bonded in. But then when I came here, although it was an Indian curriculum school, our school had students from all over the country. And one thing that surprised me was that there were like two gangs basically. There was the North Indian gang and the South Indian gang, and surprisingly, for some reason, I was part of the North Indian gang. Like even my best
Really?
friend, yeah, even my best friend now, she's from Mumbai, and for some reason, we connected way more than the Malu gang. Because one of the main reasons
Wow.
for that is all those students actually, just like you guys, they studied here since their kindergarten. So they all knew each other kind of, and they knew them from, old schools and stuff. So as you know, I don't know if you guys know, in UAE, two of the most famous Indian curriculum schools are our own and IHS. So there was this all competition between students who came from both of these schools because mine was GEMS New Millennium. So we had students from these two schools, and they used to always have these competitions and debates on which school is best. So I was out of all that, and there were some students who were all out of these schools and out of all these drama. So I actually found comfort, and I found friends from North India, the North Indian gang itself. And it was, how do I say, in the beginning, again, I was, at least in terms of the curriculum, yes, I was used to it. But one thing that was really different back in Kerala and here is that the way we respected our teachers. Back in Kerala, we had that bond with the teachers itself, as in we had the respect. At the same time, they saw us in a very friendly way. We had that friendly conversations outside of class and, all that. But here, for some reason, one thing I saw, at least in my class, was that the respect level was very low. As in, the students used to just like, go against the teacher and be like, even when the teacher is taking a class, they used to just ignore that. And, such kind of things it was kind of hard for me to digest in the beginning. But in all, I got way more exposure because I was very used to just, my people. But now, when I came to school, I got way more exposure in terms of students from different parts of the country. And in terms of studies, just like Najma said, yes, Indian curriculum is hard. And that's one thing I struggle the most because two of our main exams are the board exams, which happens in grade 10 and grade 12. And since I moved to the school, moved to UAE in grade 11, my first year was just, me adjusting to the life here and the whole transition. And the second year, it was the whole pressure of board exams, which kind of affected me, and I wasn't able to perform as well as I did in my grade 10. So, yeah, that's pretty much how my school
Well,
went.
well, guys, that's really good, like a good experience. Like I didn't knew this before, and like yeah, I know that the Indian curriculum was so hard. I knew that, but like, why do I feel like it was a trend for everyone to have more than one school?
Oh, yeah, true, true. For me, I studied in like 6 or 7 schools my whole life.
Oh,
So
that's insane.
yeah, it
Like
was
for
like
me,
everyone.
adjusting to another school was so difficult, like so difficult. So to hear that you did it 5 or 6 times is like insane.
True. I mean,
Yeah, really.
when I was a kid, it was fine. When we're children, we don't find that, it was easy for us to make friends. But one thing I've noticed, it's when we grow up, it's harder for us to, make friends, find our people, find our comfort zone. I found it hard as I grew up.
You
That
know, guys, when you said like you go from different schools, I find it so hard, and I know it's so hard. But you know, for me, even though like this is so hard for you guys, but like imagine for me, I remember in one of the grade in my school, I got. I don't know. I got like maybe I got the second or in the top five for first. I don't remember that, but like in this when I got that in the second year when they started the year at school, I was like shocked when I was moved from B section to A section because I got a top grade. So I was like, there are different people there in each classes. So you know what I did in the first day? I kept crying because I got all the classes my friends there in B. So I was literally crying all alone the whole day until the sister actually came and she was like she kept calming me down. I was like, you got like you're now in a top. Why are you sad? You went to A. I was like, no, I don't know any one of them there, and I don't have any bond. Like, how do you want me to actually do that? And like until my mom came, and then she was able to take me back to B.
oh
Oh,
my
that's
God.
so, yeah, that's so sad. I mean, that's so sweet too. The fact that I mean, your whole school life has been one school. I mean, imagine the whole bond and connections that you formed in that school.
Yeah, and imagine how it was hard for me to go from a different classroom, and you guys did it for a whole school.
Yeah.
So, guys, how did you actually find like, how did you find the university or university? How did you actually decide to take it and find it from school?
Personally, we had this counselor, and he was very well connected with a lot of universities here in UAE, in America, in UK, like literally everywhere. And he used to always have these career fairs. But surprisingly, I did not find RIT through that. I found RIT through a school trip to RIT's old campus. So I don't know, one day I
Oh,
was just like sitting in class and someone said like, who wants to go on a trip to RIT? And obviously as students, you just want to skip class, you know? So I just put my name, and one day they took us to RIT's old campus. And at that time, I think the president of the university was giving us the presentation of the new campus. And that's how I found RIT to be the university for me, because not only did I like the new campus, because I thought it was really beautiful, but also with the opportunity to study abroad, even though like I didn't take it since I'm in my last year. The opportunity to be able to do that was what, really sold me on RIT.
wow, that's amazing. No, my story was like literally, I don't know, like I remember there was a career fair in our school, and that day, like they took each class to go and like explore different universities. And I saw at that time I was supposed to come to the to Abu Dhabi because my dad shifted his work here. So I was like literally only searching for universities in Abu Dhabi. And like I never intended to go to Dubai. And like I was like, okay, wait, I'll just give my number and info to all the universities there in the career fair. So whenever they have anything, they just call me. And I literally don't remember that the RIT was there. I don't remember this. I only remember that there was a Abu Dhabi University and there was Canadian. I don't remember anything there. And then suddenly, like an admission guy called me from RIT. You know, he was so active that he messaged me on WhatsApp and he did everything to call me and like talk to me. And then that's it. I just like talked to him on WhatsApp and told him I'm like from the school Bridge curriculum. I was like, wow, okay, that's great. And like just give me all your documents, all your grades, and that's it. I was like, okay, that's good. And I didn't know anything about RIT. I was like, oh, I just know that it's American University. And whoa, okay, I just got accepted there. That's it. And like, that's why I had to convince my dad that I have to go to Dubai. That's it.
That's nice. That's nice how you guys found. Actually, even my story is kind of similar. Even our school had this university fair where many universities were present, and many of the universities we already knew were there. Where we all went there, and gave my details and everything. And I saw RIT, and to be honest, I hadn't heard about this university before because some of the main universities that we keep hearing here are all these AUD, AUS, Heriot Watt, all those. But RIT was new, so I actually was curious and I wanted to know about it. So they explained about the university and everything, and I gave my details to them too. So after a while, in a week's time, I actually got calls from three of the universities. Like one was RIT, Middlesex, and Amity University. And I applied for the three, and I actually got the offer letter for the three of them. But one thing about RIT is just like Najma said, the campus was one of the highlights because I stay in Silicon Oasis, and the RIT campus is here, the new one. So we actually, me and my parents, we actually visited the new campus, and it was, I mean, the campus actually has the whole university a feel. It's not just a building or something like how we see here mostly, but there was a whole campus life there. So that was one of the main highlights. And another highlight about RIT was the fact that our degree is from New York, so that's a huge deal and a great opportunity. And another thing, just like Najmu said, even I thought that the opportunity to go and study in New York at least a semester was also one of the things that I wanted to do, but again, I did not take that option. But it was great to have that option and know about it. But yeah, that's basically how I got into RIT.
Yeah, that's amazing, actually. Yeah, I know that. Like, it's like I love that. Although I feel like jealous of Rania, only being 5 minutes away from uni, and I have to come 1 hour 30 minutes from Abu Dhabi to uni.
I did not know that you'd actually do that for the whole 4 years, Arwa. I am so proud of you. I could never. Staying so close, I still couldn't make it to university some days.
Yeah, I know it's so hard to do it. So, guys, how actually do you navigate through an American university, like coming from different curriculums? Actually, it's so hard for me. It was the hardest thing. You guys know, like my school was a British curriculum. Okay, so it's Cambridge, and like the IGCSE. So it's basically like the my whole entire life it's based always on this the final exam thing, and like this last 3 years from 10, 11, 12 was about like the IG O level and AS. You have to take 10 subjects to graduate from IG, and it's like super hard. You have to study the whole year, go to tuitions, and don't like think about school, only Arabic and the religion, and you have to literally tuitions the whole week for the last for the May June exam, and this determines your whole life. Like if you did bad, you won't be able to come back. It's so hard. Like, and each one of these exams got like three sub exams. Like for science, there was like what theory, MCQ, and practical, and for English, everything. It was super hard, and like until now, I don't know how did I do it. It was like literally, and AS was even more when I did AS. So actually, me coming to American university, and yeah, I know that everyone kept saying going to American school was so easy, and I don't know why everyone to went to American school and left the British. But now I know like it was easy for school. But when I came to uni, American university, it was so hard for me to navigate this. Like I was like, okay, there was a lot of projects and like a lot of things to do. It's not only concentrating on like studying for the final exam, like the big exam. I was this was my job to do for British. It was so like big to do. And then when I came to American, I was like, there is a lot of project assignments and quizzes and what midterm, like we had midterms, but like midterms and final, it was a lot of things. And like especially my very first year in university was online, as all of us. I didn't experience even the university life of wow, coming and being a university student and having and have this feeling. Everything was online, so it was literally hard for me. I didn't do good at all in this first year. I had to firstly understand, and it took maybe 7 subjects, and it was so hard for me to understand what I'm doing, what's happening, why is it so hard for me, and like at some point I broke down and I cried a lot because I don't know what to do. A lot of things is happening and I can't even divide the work and like manage. So Rania, how is it for you?
Mine actually was my experience was kind of similar to yours too. Even for us in the Indian curriculum, the main focus was has always been the final exam. So almost 90% of our grade was from the finals. So, which is why always in all my grades, one of the most important exams was the final exam, and that's when we, studied literally the whole year concepts or the whole syllabus in for that one exam. So, coming to an American university was very different. At the same time, it was although it was kind of hard for me to navigate through, given it's a different system. I was actually liked the American system because we had the choice and the freedom to choose the courses. One thing, because we never got to do that in the Indian curriculum. Even in Indian universities, we're given like a timetable for each year, and we literally follow that. All the students follow that. We don't even have that. It's very similar to schools itself in Indian colleges too, as in we have the same classroom. We don't have this different courses for each students or anything. So, which is why here in the American curriculum, we had the freedom to choose our courses, choose professors, choose timings, which is nice. I mean, we could make our own schedules. And even when it comes to these assignments and finals, the whole focus was not solely on the finals. I could gain grades through assignments, through quizzes, through midterms, which, as in, I had control over my grades. Even if I miss one midterm or miss a quiz, I could make up for those grades. And I actually enjoyed this process, although it was overwhelming. Just like Arva said, because of the amount of assignments. I mean, I at least lost on the university experience, the university life, because I was always doing these assignments and stuff. But then, at least in terms of the grades, I was able to gain more grades through this. But yeah, that's how it was for me. How was it for you, Najma? Pretty sure since you're coming from an American curriculum, it would have been similar for you.
It was similar but also like different. Like, um, for example, because it was online, it was really, really hard actually for me to, um, you know, try to excel in all my courses, especially since I have this competitive streak coming from my school, American school. So, yeah, it was definitely hard for me in the first year. But other than that, like, it was easy, like, alhamdulillah, it was easy for me in terms of like the studies. Obviously, like, it's more work than school, but I think my school prepared me somehow for uh, the curriculum in university.
That's actually great.
Yeah, so guys, coming to this topic, what are your expectations when you were entering university? And like, how was the reality compared to those expectations?
So actually, for me, my expectation was like I had so much like hard work in my school because it was British and IG. So I expected to have like, this kind was like this IG was preparing me for the very first year of uni, so I can like relax, and I thought I'll be relaxing, and like everything would be wow, like because I know all these kind of stuff, this will be so easy and all, and like this maybe would be easy because if I went to a British, because I didn't know like it will be much difference in American, like all these kind of things. I thought I'll be like um having like a relaxed life in uni and enjoy, and it was completely different. It wasn't at all enjoyable. I didn't even have a life. But like one thing that literally like maybe I loved about going to American University is that in school I was a very shy person. I never like asked any questions in school, and yeah, in school I never had like this kind of like a competitive thing, or like maybe having this personality of having the best for myself, or like asking for doubts. And like I didn't find this competition thing, as Najma said. But when I came to uni, I completely, my personality literally completely 180 degrees changed. Like now, my personality now is like I know how to do time management. Now I can freely ask a professor, no, I didn't understand this and understand that, which I couldn't do at all before. I felt like if I asked or answered a wrong thing, everyone would laugh at me or like say I'm stupid or something. But now I feel like I don't care, because like when I went to uni, I realized that everyone is only like thinking about themselves, about what in their interest. So I was like, no, I have to think about myself. You can ask whatever you're here to ask and understand and learn and develop yourself. That's how like my literally completely changed. I'm like a completely different person. As Rania like trying saying like she thought that this was me and it wasn't me.
True, true. I cannot imagine that Arwa at all. Because the Arwa I've seen throughout university has been the one who stands up for herself, who's extroverted, who's always helping, the students in need. So I cannot imagine the shy Arwa that you just described.
I like if I get anyone so they can like describe this to you, I can bring any friend to like tell you how I was.
No, no, but it's great to see that you've grown since high school, and university has actually been a place where you were able to grow yourself as a person and find yourself finally.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
a great experience for me.
That's good. That's good. For
I mean, I
me,
feel like our, oh, sorry.
go ahead, Najma.
I feel like our expectations versus reality is similar. Like Arwa just spoke, whatever was on my mind, actually. The only thing I would also say was that I definitely expected to have more like friends that are, because you always hear this in school where they're always telling you that your high school friends will will never last, but your university friends, they will be forever. Like I didn't feel that, I didn't feel that connection. I didn't feel any like um you know that strong bond in university. And my university life, like outside of uni, like my social life, I feel like has become non-existent.
True, true.
I
It's
believe,
very similar for me. As
yeah,
in, my expectations were too high because my brother did his university here in Dubai in an Indian university. and he had one of the best university lives you could ever imagine. It was so good, as in he especially since in Indian universities, one thing is they're always having these festivals, programs, and it's just always celebration. They always have these celebration, different kinds of celebrations where you dress up and have programs and stuff. So my brother found his a group of friends who he still is close to, who that is like his bond. He's actually found his people in university. So seeing that, I actually had high expectations, because in my whole family itself, everybody had a really fun life in university, and I was the only one in my family going to an American university. So I expected all that. Entered university. It was online because of COVID. Couldn't find anyone. Actually, I was all alone throughout the first year. And then after that, although we came back to university, just like I mentioned before, we were just always busy doing assignments and works that we never had much time outside of university. And just like Najma said, I think I had way more life, social life, when I was in my high school, where I used to always go out and hang out with my friends. But now, since university, I rarely do that. And since the years go by, it's just decreasing. Well, I expected it to, just increase. I'll have a way more fun social life, but that's how it has been in reality.
But I don't know. For this part, like what Najma said, I feel different. Like from school, I don't hold any friendship until now. I only have two people, one Egyptian friend and one Indian friend, and like they're the most people that I really talk to every time, each day. The rest never like messaged me, and like I feel now my university friends are like the people I have now, like strong connections with.
That's cute, Arwa. Like, I mean, everyone is different, everyone's experiences is different. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good thing that you found really, close bonds with people in university.
yeah, with you guys.
I could say
Okay,
the
so
same also about
Hopefully,
Korea.
we get to, hold this bond even after
yeah,
university.
oh, yeah, I'll have to do this with you guys. Okay, so I think now we're done with this. What about entering to a new like entertainment segment to freshen up the mood with our trivia segment? So we all will be asking each other trivia questions about our cultures to see how well do we know our cultures and like who will lose in this. And okay, let me start my questions to our multicultural girl, Najma. Okay, so Najma, let me start with a food question. So, what is the traditional Indonesian dish made of seasoned, skewered, and grilled meat served with a peanut sauce? Do you know this?
Yes, I know this. It's my favorite, and I mentioned it in the last episode. It's satay.
Oh, yeah, she knew it. Okay, wait, let me try to ask another one. So,
One
what
point for
culture?
Najma.
Yay, 1 point. Yeah, just note this. Okay, what traditional Indonesian dance from features intricate hand movements and colorful costumes? Do you know this?
I would like to unfortunately say that I do not.
Okay, so it's on you until now 1 point. Wait, I'll just give you the answer. It's wayang kulit. I think it's a shadow puppetry.
I have no idea.
So until now 1 point. Okay, so let's move ahead. So okay, what is the national dish of Indonesia?
Hmm. I'm
Hmm.
debating between two. It's either nasi goreng um or maybe the bakso, the one I mentioned in the last. Is it
Yeah,
nasi
what?
goreng?
Yes, this is the one.
Okay.
Yeah, now we got 2 points. Okay, so yeah, what is the capital city of Indonesia?
That's easy. It's Jakarta.
Yeah, I knew it. I was like, okay, let me be kind. Okay, so 3 points. Okay, and the last question. What is the largest island in Indonesia?
Okay, so this is a tricky one because there's a lot of islands in Indonesia and I don't know all of them. The only island I know is Bali. Is it Bali?
No, it's not.
Oh, well.
It's actually Sumatra.
Oh, Sumatra. I didn't know that was an island.
Oh, so it's okay. Like now you have 3 points.
Okay.
You did good, Najma. I did not expect
Yeah.
you to know so much, given your,
And
how do I say, your knowledge of Indonesia.
Yeah, I'm
But I'm proud
surprising
of you.
myself too.
I'm proud of you.
I need
I
to
felt it
catch
was
up on my
tricky.
trivia.
It's okay. You'll do better next time. Okay, now, this time I'm gonna ask you, Arwa. Let me see how well you know about Egypt being such a patriot. So, my
Yeah,
first
let's.
question for you is what is the national flower of Egypt?
Oh, okay. What is this? This is a tricky one.
What do you think it is?
I think I saw it somewhere. Wait, is it lotus? I don't know.
Yes, it is lotus. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because I tried to remember.
That's great. So you have 1 point. Next,
Yeah.
the next question is, who is the famous Egyptian actor known for his roles in international films like Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago?
Oh, this is my favorite. It's Omar Sharif. Oh,
Ah, that's nice. See, when it comes to
yeah,
entertainment and cinema, your knowledge is
yeah,
amazing.
1 point for Arwa.
2 points for
yeah.
Arwa.
2 points?
Yeah, she answered the
Oh yeah,
first
she got
question.
the Lotus one. Oops.
Yes, it's okay. So I'll just continue one more entertainment question. Let's see if you know this. Which Egyptian singer is known as the Star of the East and is considered one of the greatest Arab singers of all time?
Oh God, this is my most favorite. She's like amazing. Oh, Kulthum.
Oh, okay. I do not know that.
Yeah, yeah, she's the most like amazing. Like I love her. Because actually I'm a classic person who loves classic music.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You and my dad would get along pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, now the fourth question. Oh, so you got 3 points. Wow, you're doing
Yeah.
amazing till now. Let's see how you're going to do for the next questions. What popular Egyptian street food consists of stuffed bread filled with ingredients like falafel, tahini sauce, and salad?
Oh, okay. Wait, let me remember. Oh, yeah, I remembered. Okay, so it's Hawashi. This is
Oh,
Hawashi. I
okay,
think. Yeah,
yeah,
this is
that's
because it's my
right.
favorite. Yeah, I want you actually to love to try this.
Sure, sure. You have to, just like we mentioned in the previous episode, you got to take us to famous Egyptian restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is again about food. What is the main ingredient in the Egyptian dish kosheri?
Oh, our most favorite, everyone's favorite. Okay, so it's pasta, lentils, rice, and there's the tomato sauce. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Yeah, and the onion, stuffed onion.
Ooh, nice. Yep.
So
Whoa,
wait,
you
did Arwa
actually
actually get 5 out of 5?
you got 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow, amazing. Okay, you are truly a patriot, Arwa. No doubt in that.
She is.
I made my country proud.
Okay, let's see how Rania knows her country.
Yeah, sure. Bring on.
So, which Indian festival is known as the Festival of Lights?
Ooh, I cannot call myself Indian if I don't know this. It's Diwali. And I've mentioned this in my last episode too.
I think I mentioned it as well, but I got it wrong.
Yeah, I remember you said it as Festival of Colors. I
Yeah, I
couldn't
was
correct you
referring
then.
to Holi. So are you like, I can't call myself Indian.
No, no, no. Even Indonesian, I'd say half and half.
Okay, so next, what is the capital city of India?
Oh, that's easy. New Delhi.
Okay, 2 points for you. Number three is which Indian state is famous for its backwaters and houseboat tours?
How can I not know that? That's from my state, Kerala.
Okay, good. I put this in hoping that you know your home, like your own place.
If at all I did not get that, I couldn't call myself a proud Keralite.
Okay, so the fourth question, who was the first female prime minister of India?
Okay. God, one thing I'm weak at is when it comes to history. Uh, Let me think. Wait, it has to be Indira Gandhi.
You're right. 4 for 5. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if you can get 5 for 5. Which Indian city is famous for its iconic monument, the Taj Mahal?
Okay. So I know that the Taj Mahal is in New Delhi, but the specific state, I kind of slipped off. I'm not sure.
So do you give up?
I think it is in New Delhi, though. That's right. I mean, if you asked for the city, um, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, the answer is Agra.
Oh shit, I knew that. I knew that. But it is, I'm not wrong though. It is in New Delhi, okay, guys.
But it's not what I put in. So
Okay.
unfortunately, or fortunately for Arwa, she won.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, she deserves it as a patriot. She needs it.
Yeah. Can I actually call myself as half Indian as well because I knew half of the answers?
I think you're more Indian than I am, half Indian than I am.
Okay, guys, since we're done with this segment, let's go to the next segment, word of the day. So today, the word that we chose is school. So how do you say school in your languages, guys? Arwa,
Um,
you can start.
Oh, okay. So in Egyptian, it's madrasa.
I knew that. That is similar to Arabic too, right?
Yeah, it's like similar to Arabic. Because Egyptian, like they're similar, but like madrasa.
Madrasa. Okay, Najma, what about you?
Scola.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
Wow, yeah. What
Yeah,
about you, Rania?
yeah, mine is again complicated. It's Vidyalayam.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can never know Malayalam in my whole life.
But that's great. We
Yeah.
learned this.
Well, I hope like you guys enjoyed the session and this podcast episode. And like we enjoyed talking about our school life. So I hope everyone enjoyed our episode tonight and like stay tuned for our next episode where we talk about our career aspirations and life after university.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
guys.
Bye.